Hi, how are you doing? Happy Tuesday. I cannot believe we are well within September. It's crazy, right? Happy Tuesday. I am so glad that you decided to tune in to Business Nights with Antonia. As always, I have a great special guest to introduce to you all tonight, and we have a bomb behind topic. I hope your week is going great, and I hope you really enjoyed yourself on Labor Day. I think it's funny that it's called Labor Day, and you're actually supposed to not do anything. We've kind of morphed it into our own special little holiday. So I'm loving it a lot. Thank you so much for joining. Let's go ahead and roll right into tonight's segment so that we can get to our special guests. Okay, I think you said okay. All right, awesome. Let's go ahead and get started. So, business relevant. I don't know if you all know or not, but at the end of August, the CEO of Instagram did an Instagram TV and also posted a blog where they answered a lot of odd questions regarding Instagram, how it works, the algorithm, things to do or not to do. So if people have been talking about that, great. If not, I definitely want to at least tell you one thing that Instagram has for sure gave us a final direct answer on. It's no it's AI and whatever the algorithm decides to do. No, they actually point blank, flat out, verbally told us on camera and also put it in the blog. So one of the things that I always get asked, which is why I'm going to skip over the Hi Antonia segment tonight, but one of the things I always get asked is about creating your posts on Instagram and about hashtags, right? So as you know, you probably have already done this a couple of times. You could create a post on Instagram, Facebook, and then you have your caption. The caption is the actual words, the text that goes off to the side that either expounds upon the graphic or video or infographic that you have created to go with the post or image or photo, or it asks a question. There's always usually a call to action, so you're telling people to do things. But Instagram has finally said definitively that the hashtags should go inside the actual caption. It should go inside the actual caption. There are social media schedulers that will allow you to do a first comment. And typically those first comments are used for the hashtags. So when you're scheduling your content, you're putting the hashtags in the first comment. I know for sure later.com does that. Now you're going to use that first comment for something else and play around with it, right? But the CEO of Instagram has finally told us at the end of August that your hashtags should be relevant, 15 to 30, and should be in your captions. So make sure you all are doing that. I hope that's relevant to your business. I know for sure it's 100% relevant to mine, but make sure you all are doing that as well. We actually did a couple tests around this already and playing with, whether or not he was telling the truth, as if we shouldn't be trusting the CEO of Instagram. But we did a couple of tests and we did see dip in engagement and reach after he put that information out, when we tried to switch it from the actual caption, putting hashtags in the caption versus in the first comment. So definitely listen to what he says. And if you're not following his Instagram account, you should. So, all right, cool. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about Antonia's 2 cents. So as you know, something else that major that happened at the end of August, the FDA approved Pfizer vaccination. I'm not going to be talking about the vaccination because you do what you want to, right? What I'm wanting to talk about, my 2 cents, is TikTok. TikTok is having a field day with all of this vaccination news, with people, basically gunning for each other because they are choosing to get vaccinated or not get vaccinated. But TikTok, I feel, is just so timely, and it's so great because there are these awesome creators and comedians on TikTok that are just making these really funny skits about Pfizer, Johnson & Johnson, Moderna. Specifically, there's this one gentleman in particular who I love. I'll actually have to get his TikTok handle and put it in the comments, but he's phenomenal. I love his little skits that he does, and he does these millennial, Gen X, Gen Z skits as well, and I think they're funny. But one, I think it's great the FDA has approved it, but two, I think it's great too because now one of my favorite creators has content. So TikTok be saving me, y'all, from all this craziness in the world. So I love it. And if you tried the crate challenge, don't talk to me. Basically, like, we can no longer be friends because I don't know where the intelligence lies within you. I don't get it. And y'all using them crates from Target or Walmart for back to school stuff, just stop. So I hope they stopped it already. I don't know. I'll find out. Okay. So let me go ahead and switch gears because I can talk about TikTok all day. I love it. The little videos we have me giggling in the middle of the night. Let's switch gears and talk about our special guest. So this wonderful woman, her name is Sabine. Okay. She is definitely a vessel, a light. She is definitely filling in the gaps of where people like her are needed in other people's lives. She definitely specializes in, I would say, a creative way to deliver therapy, right? So she is, when you meet her, you're gonna automatically just hands down love her immediately. Okay, as did I. This is the second time I've come across her. I've had a chance to speak with her, and I already feel blessed just talking to her in the back. So I'm really excited for y'all to meet her. Let's go ahead and introduce Miss Sabine. I think I've embarrassed her probably enough. So all right, say hello to Miss Sabine.
Hello, beautiful lady. How are you? Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. You're welcome. How are you doing?
I am doing well. Hi, beautiful people out there. I am Sabine Schuler, LPC of Reinvent Counseling Services, the coping skill therapist that's helping you to move as smoothly as possible throughout your day.
Yes. And we all need that. We all need that. Definitely. Well, thank you for sharing your time this evening to spend with us and to just get to know us. So you already introduced yourself, but I want to know what makes you great. What makes you Sabine?
People are really looking for that authentic person. I'm down to earth. And when I'm speaking to people, I'm speaking to myself, right? Because we all have issues and we all need to, these things that help us to manage through our day a little smoother. So we all need some kind of help. Some days are going to be better than other days. And so I'm able to relate to the people who I'm serving on a human level. And I can do that through humor. I can do that through reality. I can just do that with a little sass, a little bling, bling. I can do that.
I love it. That's what I meant when I said creative way to give therapy. So many therapists, and maybe it's changed now, but so many therapists are just like really stuffy, just like really held up. They don't want to show their personality to their patients, but you don't strike me as that type of therapist.
No, I mean, I just remember incidents, where I'm a mother of three. And so I remember growing up and feeling like, okay, I'm not being visible, like being treated like I was invisible. And I was like, you know what, if I ever get the opportunity, I will make sure that I put myself out there and make people know, hey, I see you. Yeah.
Well, I love it so much. So tonight's topic, I'm really excited about. Not that I am a substance abuse user, but I do abuse things like bread. Like, so that is my substance, essentially. So I definitely feel like this is definitely a conversation that's going to just be amazing. So let's roll right into tonight's topic. So tonight's topic is healthy coping skills for substance abuse or substance use orders. So tell me a little bit about that.
Right now we're in some trying times. It seems like people are using alcohol or drugs to help them cope. We got COVID, we got unemployment, they're trying to make two ends meet, and no matter how much you stretch them, they're never going to meet. And so people are using substances as a way to escape, not to feel. More than ever, I'm seeing this more so than not, really. And so my job is to help people to manage without having to rely on substances to help them to cope throughout the day.
So can you tell us some coping skills that we can do? Let's say if we are stressed. I mean, it's the end of the month, rent is about to be due, car payment's about to be due, car insurance, health insurance, and it's back to school. So we got to buy uniforms and clothes and school supplies. How can you help us cope with those? Sound very personal, does it? How can you help us with those skills? What are some things we can do?
Yeah. Well, the first step is to take a step back. Just take a step back and just breathe, because anytime we make a decision based on our emotion, it's going to be the wrong decision, because we're not thinking clearly. We're thinking on pure emotions, and we're just not in the right frame of mind to be able to say, okay, if I do this right now, how is that going to impact the things that I care about, like my finances or my kids. And then when we get that way, we become irritable. And when we become that way, then a lot of times we use alcohol or drugs as a way to cope or not cope.
So breathe, and then taking a step back and basically analyzing the situation. What's one other thing you could do?
We can definitely do something like adult coloring. You say, well, that's for kids. No, it's not. Adult coloring, because we need a distraction from that thing that is causing the distress. So yeah, taking a break and say, okay, let me just step away from this and let me color. And so that keeps us centered. That's giving us a way to calm down and reflect on something else, so we can go back and revisit it with a clear and free mind. That's one of the things that is great to do. Not only that, that's something that we can incorporate as a family, definitely as a family. And so just imagine these kids are going back to school. The parents are challenged, with getting everybody ready for school. They kept the kids in timeout all day long. And how did that help? It didn't. So, they're acting out as much as they did before. So look, pour me a drink, pour me a drink, because I can't deal with these damn kids. And so
you're watching me.
So being able to distract ourselves through coloring or even listening to music. And the thing about listening to music, we must be mindful of the type of music that we're listening to, because we want to listen to the music that's going to put us in the mood that we are achieving, right? Or trying to achieve. So if we want to feel relaxed, put some Mozart or something on, something that's going to put us in the mood to make us like, okay, let me sit there and breathe and calm down. If we want to change our mood and get happy, put a little, I don't know, something on it, make us little, lean back. Lean back. Put a little something on and make us shake it. But we just need to be mindful of the content of the music that we're listening to.
I love that. So I know the last tip you gave was listen to music, but I just want to go back to adult coloring activity. So you don't know this, Miss Sabine, and some of the people who are watching, they do know this. I'm like extremely short. I'm 5'1" and 6'8". Okay, I'm almost 5'2".
And we are almost twins, because I'm 5'2". So
okay, see, okay. So I'm twins that are all, most of them are taller than me. So every time I try to go around school time, when they are selling those big packs of crayons and color pencils, I try to buy some, and I want to color, right? I want to do, these healthy things, and they continue to take my coloring utensils. So it's that. It doesn't work for me, but hopefully y'all can take it and hide it somewhere or stick it up on a shelf somewhere. But if I try to hide it, I either forget or I can't reach it because somebody helped me. So
yeah, I understand what that feels like.
But I really agree to listening to music. There is I think there's like 2 or 3 movies that I really, really like where the men, one specifically, I can remember the title. It's called Juno. It's about the childhood girl. She gets pregnant and she's trying to
I
figure out.
saw that movie. I
Yes.
love that
Okay.
movie.
There's an area of the house of the family she's wanting to give her daughter or her baby to, where the gentleman, the dad, he just sits there and listens to music. And I'm like, oh, how wonderful is that
Yeah,
to just have a music listening room,
absolutely. Yeah.
a room,
Yeah.
right? And there's a show that I watched, um, it's called $1 Million Listing New York, and they just worked on. Do you like the show too? Okay,
Yes.
they just worked on buying, just worked on renovating their
Yeah.
ridiculously beautiful brownstone. And one of the rooms the wife wanted was a music listening room. And I just feel that one of the things that attracted me to my husband is his love for music and his love for God. And I just think music is such a transformative tool that people can use to really shift their mind and shift their body.
Yeah.
So I love that that's one of the tips, because you know how we think of good ideas and we're like, I don't know if it's a good idea, but it works for me. And then somebody else confirms it.
Yeah. And you touched on something else, Antonio. You talked about, spirituality, getting connected with your higher power. And that's going to look different for everyone. And so a lot of times what happens is we get so disconnected from, that there's something that's greater than ourselves, be it God, our higher power, whatever that is for us. And we forget. And that's very stressful, because the things that work for us, we stop doing. And part of that is connecting with something greater than ourselves, our spirituality. And that's a very good coping skill right there. It really is.
So, something else you probably don't know, Mr. Bean, I am plus size, and I am on this journey to try to find exercises I can stick with. One of them I found this summer was swimming at the pool at the gym. I tried last week, or a couple of weeks ago now, yoga for the first time. And in the movies, they show you doing yoga and it's so peaceful and you're just one with the earth and you're breathing. No, I think my yoga instructor was like just moving way too fast, because it was like move here, stretch here. But I said all that to say that I really should have been looking for a guided meditation. Is I think the thing I'm going to need in order to connect with my higher power outside of church.
Absolutely.
But do you recommend to your patients to get involved with try out meditation?
Absolutely. And one of the most challenging things are when people are introduced to these new coping skills, especially meditation, they try it one time. Oh, that didn't work. I said, well, if Nike told you to just do it, you would just do it until you get it right. So just do it. This is not something that we tried for the first time. Hell, we had to learn how to walk, right? We had to learn how to ride our bike. We didn't stop the first time. So typically they say do 90 and 90. So try it out for 90 days and it becomes a routine, because we're not going to know if it works or not if we don't put the effort in. One of my favorite quotes is by Maya Angelou, and it says, nothing will work unless we do. We want these changes. We're going to have to put the work in. Maybe we tried yoga for a little bit, but we saw, I can't really connect to this. And it might be because it's at a level that's too high for us. We're older, we're not as flexible as we used to be. So maybe we need a 2-minute demonstration instead of trying out hot yoga for the first time. I tried yoga for the first time. What was it? Tuesday. I loved it. It was a 10-minute. It wasn't difficult for me. It was something really easy. It's like, okay, this is something that I'm going to continue to incorporate, is the yoga. And the meditation could be definitely challenging, especially for some people like me who have undiagnosed ADHD. I'm just going to put it out there. I can be doing something and something can say squirrel. Oh, look at squirrel, So very distracting. So it is something you have to practice at. Meditation is not for the faint of heart, and you have to practice it every day until you get to the point where you can block out all those distractions on the outside and stay focused and centered so you can get what it is that you're looking for in the meditation. That is really, really important. But that takes practice. So we're not going to do meditation when the kids are up and mommy, mom. No. We know that's not meditation. That's you getting time out, you getting a pop, you getting something. So we don't want to do that because then we get frustrated and then we're not going to go back to it. So finding that quiet space for us, whatever that is, maybe that might mean, getting up early in the morning. And that's another thing that I talk about, revamping our schedule. That's just it. None of these things are going to work unless we revamp our schedule. Like, well, man, Miss Shula, I don't have enough time during the day. Oh, but what you left out is that you've been binge watching Netflix. I'm stepping on somebody's toes. And that's the time that we could have been incorporating some of these coping skills that, we are having some challenges doing. So, so we got the time for what we want to have time for.
Yeah, I've noticed, my iPhone has told me my phone time has increased considerably. And I lied to myself and say that I'm doing research on TikTok for my business. I'm not. I'm just
no. TikTok is so addicting. I could say, you know what? I'm going to sleep at 10 o'clock. 1 o'clock later, I'm still up. Dang, this TikTok. So being able to give ourselves the permission to enjoy TikTok, but put a limit on it. Maybe TikTok is only for 30 minutes. So this is not about us totally getting rid of everything. This is about us putting some limitation to the things that we enjoy that are safe and healthy. So this is what it's really about. We got to revamp a lot of things in our thinking. A lot of us have thinking errors, and that could be because of the way we were raised and the things that we learned. That could be through our environment. So definitely changing people, places, and things is a must, to incorporate these healthy coping skills. They are a must because we cannot change if nothing ever changes. That's just not how it's going to happen. That's like me saying I love red meat, but I'm going to become a vegan. And then I'm going to go into the butcher shop where they butcher and cook the food. And I'm going to sit there and say, I'm not going to eat it. Guess what? I'm going to eat me some steak. I'm just going to let you know right now. So don't even go in there.
Don't play with yourself. Don't play.
Don't even do it. You setting yourself up for drive-by. Why even chance it? Why? Y'all know when that's hot and now Krispy Kreme light is on. Don't even look here. Just keep it moving. Don't even look. Don't look. Keep it moving. Because if you look, you're going to pull over to the side. And guess what's going to happen? You're going to find yourself in that line.
I am so thankful Krispy Kreme is like 30 minutes away from my house because there's an ad out right now where they're giving, if you're vaccinated, they'll give you 2 free donuts.
I heard that.
No! I'm trying to eat that.
They say, run.
Crazy. Oh, well, thank you so much for these awesome coping skills that you gave us. And I'm just going to run through them real quick again for anyone who needs to write them down. Definitely, you want to breathe, step back and analyze, do a calming activity like adult coloring. Make sure you hide the crayons and color pencils from the kids. Listen to music that sounds like the mood you want to be in, which I think is awesome. I never even thought about that. Get connected to your higher power. And then just remember her favorite quote by Maya Angelou is nothing will work unless we do. So make sure you all do the work. Oh, sorry, real quick. Revamp your schedule. There's no more excuses after watching this.
Yeah.
You have
and that means you might have to get up 30 minutes or an hour earlier in order to incorporate some of these things that we want to see changed.
Yep. We are the creators of our destiny. Like, you want it, you say you want it. All right, let's do it. So I'm so excited.
Right.
Oh, and just like you said, of course, it's easier to say, but you actually have to put in the work and do the things so that they become a habit. So definitely.
Absolutely.
And I'm sure with your guidance, it's going to just be that much easier having someone in our corner to definitely help us along that way and to talk through our issues and the struggles and what's going on, what's putting us in that place, where those blocks in the road for us, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Because a lot of this stuff is also attached to anxiety, stress, and depression. You
Mhm.
know, a lot of this stuff is attached to that. And there's help out there. Is it always easy to admit that, hey, I got something going on? Absolutely not. There's not. The hardest part is admitting that we need help with something. Once
Mhm.
we can admit that, we're able to take in things and apply those things that we're taking in to change, the things that we want to change in our life.
Well, I have a lot of things to change. So if we wanted to get in touch with you, should we just go to your website and fill out a form to see if we could be a good fit for you?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely. So my website is reinventcs.com. So you're gonna go to that website, and there's where you can fill out your name, information, and I will get back to you, and we'll see what is it that how I can be of service to you through these challenges that you're facing right now.
Love it. And again, don't be nervous. Everyone has a challenge. So
That's right.
there's therapists for therapists. So please believe
Yeah,
that everyone needs help.
absolutely.
All right, Miss Sabine. I told y'all she was amazing. Thank you so much again for sharing your time and your wealth of information for quick coping skills that we could try to implement today, now, because there's no more
Yes,
excuse.
yes,
If you don't mind waiting in the back so I can give you a proper goodbye, is that okay?
that's fine.
All right, awesome. All right, everyone, say bye to Miss
Thank you so much for having me. I really enjoyed this.
Sabine. Aw, we enjoy you too. All right. All right, everyone. I told you. I told you. It's amazing. And I don't want you to take this information lightly. Like, even if you don't believe you are facing a challenge, if anything is difficult in your life, just make sure you do those coping skills or those steps, or at least try them, right? What Miss Sabine told us tonight, I think I'm definitely going to take a lot of these. I'm for sure going to take this and just maybe stuff my color pencils or markers underneath my mattress. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm definitely going to take on that skill and tip that she gave us tonight. So I will see you all next Tuesday. I am so happy you decided to spend your Tuesday night with me. And until next time, love on someone, be great to yourself, and have a great rest.